Kagaribi 10, the most stacked bracket we might ever witness take place overseas, featuring Japan's greatest and America's okayest top players in a tournament with over 1,800 players. Today, we recap the best moments in a segment that I like to call the fastest 4 minutes. We have to start off this recap by visiting sets and pools because we saw more people drowning than a casuals free-for-all match on Pirate Ship. To get some more insight on how stacked day one pools were, we had to interview one of the competitors after finishing his first set of the day.
I just got camped with Gordo for 7 minutes and I couldn't do anything, and then it's like Gordo.
Meanwhile, Mr. R was out of the bracket faster than I realized the tournament had even started, while Cosmos, Mutes, Void, T, Miya, and many more top players barely managed to survive to see another day of the bracket from loser's side. Day 2 kicked off with even more upsets as we saw top players lose right away. Shuton went from being a winner to being in losers as he was robbed for winning his set. Meanwhile, Dabuz was having the time of his life as he avoided getting timed out by Sonic by just outright losing to the character instead. At this point, it seemed like the Japanese players were having a speedrunning contest on how fast they could send NA players to the loser's bracket. That being said, I think Snow's Mario was the clear frontrunner for that as he 3-0'd Fatality in a dominating fashion. Speaking of losers, we had the battle for 129th place as HBox managed to steal one game against Miya before losing the set 3-1. We continue to see upsets all day leading up to top 8, including Riddles losing to Dio's Snake in a close game 5 set, Kameme also losing in a close game 5 upset, Umeki pulling off the 3-0 win against Asimo, and the biggest upset of them all was easily Spargo losing to Yara Samus in a set that wasn't even close at all. Moving on to our top 8 qualifiers. Our first qualifier had no problem farming this bracket to earn his spot in winner's side top 8, and that of course is Acola using the biggest villain in all of Smash. That being said, no villain can exist without a hero, and believe me, Hero was exactly that, as he was able to prevent thousands of people that stayed up late to watch this tournament from falling asleep in top 8 as he beat Ken Sonic in a close game 5 to advance to winner's side top 8. The last 2 slots for winner's side top 8 were also claimed by Japan, as Zachary was able to defeat the last remaining North American player in winner's side, and Yoshidora defeated Masha in excellent fashion as he claimed that last winner's side top 8 spot. 2 of the loser's side top 8 spots were filled by Team Liquid, and the other 2 spots were filled by arguably the 2 best players in the world that each had to go on crazy losers runs to get there. And that leads us into top 8 of the biggest Japanese Smash Ultimate tournament of all time. 1 representative of each country in North America along with 5 of Japan's best. This top 8 would determine who the best in the world is. Would it be Spargo? Would it be Acola? Would it be somebody else? Let's find out and let's dive in. We start off in losers with Spargo on the Aegis and Miya on the Game & Watch. Let me tell you, even though Miya had to game his way into top 8, he would be watching the rest of top 8 as Spargo beat him 3-1. Meanwhile, Dabuz pulled off one of the craziest comebacks I've ever seen, and he managed to win the entire set in a game 5 situation, also reminding us why he's the only Rosalina and Luma main because this character's kinda wacky. Meanwhile, in winter semis, we had a Game 5 reenactment of the current Melee meta, which is the only person in the world that can actually play Yoshi versus the best character in the game, and in this case, the best character in the game won. Meanwhile, our other winner semis match was a game of numbers as Hero managed to parry Zachary's attack, go for the command grab, but it did not KO off the top. And unfortunately for Hero, Zachary was able to pull off that reversal to take the win in a game 5 situation and to advance into winners finals. Back in losers, we saw the leaked script for the second Mario movie as Rosalina defeated Bowser with ease. And just like the first Mario movie, we had a very short appearance by Yoshi. That led to Dabuz versus Spargo in losers semis, and I honestly felt like I was watching people do a best of 5 random ditto, and somebody randomly got Rosalina because nobody plays that character. That being said, it would be Spargo to advance to losers finals, while Dabuz left the venue with applause. Winners finals was another game 5 set, but game 5 was not close at all as Acola defeated Zachary 3-2. At this point, the script was too strong to overcome, and Zachary stood no chance against Spargo, getting 3-0'd, sending Spargo into grand finals against Acola, the matchup that we all wanted to see. And if you missed grand finals, that's okay, you didn't really miss much. Spargo mopped the floor on this one, so much so that Acola popped off in game 2 as Spargo won the next 2 games to close out the first set 3-1. Acola pulled out a new strategy for the second set of grand finals by implementing the DLC shuffle. For game 1, the game gave him Steve, and after losing game 1, the game decided to give him Kazuya. And after another loss, the game decided to give him Aegis. But unfortunately, nothing was strong enough to beat the original DLC. And I'd say after this run, Spargo proved that right now he's the best in the world.
Don't even need it! No one can take Spargo to game 5. What a dominant top 8 performance.